Hello, Taurus. This is Cosmic Mirror Tarot. I am the Chariot. And today we're going to get into your timeless general reading. We'll see what comes up. It may be money, it may be love. We'll leave it up to the universe. But this is for anyone with a Taurus sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Or if you have Taurus anywhere highly aspected in your chart, this reading may resonate with you. Before we kick it off, just want to let you know I am available for personal readings. The information for that will be in the description box below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and get this kicked off, Taurus. Let's see, Divine Holy Spirit. What messages do you have for Taurus at this time? Divine Holy Spirit. What messages do you have for Taurus at this time that you want me to deliver? Okay. We're saying 2 more shuffles and then we'll get this kicked off. Just so you know, I do not take these. This is the Illuminati Tarot. I've been advised by my guides to only take these in the upright, so you may see me flip one around. I do the traditional Rider-Waite to clarify, and that'll help me, as well as the vibes will let me know if I need to take a negative aspect to the card. All right, let's see. All right, so to start, you have the Ace of Cups as your overall energy. Love to see that. Love that. Crossed by the 6 of Swords. Overall influence is the 6 of Cups. Most recent past is the 9 of Cups. Your subconscious is the 5 of Swords. Your outcome is the Prince of Cups, or the the Knight of Cups. Current attitude is the Ace of Swords. Current environment is the 9 of Swords. Hopes and fears is the 7 of Pentacles. And your future position is the 3 of Swords. Whew, Taurus, let's talk about it. Bottom of the deck, we have the 4 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the Hermits in the reverse. Ooh, the Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so to start, not going to lie, this Ace of Cups with the 6 of Swords crossing gave me the vibe of you are looking to move on from something towards a new, better love. Whether that is a love for yourself or a new relationship. With the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Cups being here, there is a possibility, but not gonna lie, the sword cards that are here are really harsh, Taurus, so there may need to be some self-healing here. I'm definitely getting off of this Ace of Cups a need for self-love and some you time. This is giving me total love readings. This 6 of Cups that's in your overall influence is giving me a very romantic and like childlike vibe I'm hearing. If this is a relationship that is causing you a lot of pain, you have a lot of romanticized feelings about this person. It's this past rosy. You're looking at the past with rose-tinted glasses is basically what I'm getting off of that. It's interesting because this 9 of Cups that's in your most recent past came up in the reverse, and Spirit was like, it needs to be in the reverse. They're telling me a decision was made to move towards something or someone that you thought at the time was a wish fulfillment for you. So like this person checked all of your boxes, right? But there's a little bit of overconsumption of something here. There aren't any wand cards, but the Queen of Wands did come up in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. I'm getting, they keep telling me ego. Like maybe the boxes that this person checked were ego-based boxes. Like, you know, this person meets the height, weight, you know, looks department, but not necessarily. Um, yeah, I'm hearing they just, on the outside everything looked good, but on the inside this person um, overconsumed on something, and they keep showing me the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Wands. So I'll clarify to get some to see what's going on there. In your subconscious, what worries me is you have the Five of Swords, which is trying to win at all costs. Now, I'm going to clarify, if this relationship was based on ego and you're coming at it from and you're still standing in your ego, trying to, you know, almost force a round peg into a square hole kind of thing, you know, like I'm gonna make this work. What worries me about that, normally I would say by all means, if you love this person, fight for it. You have the Nine of Swords as your current environment. The Nine of Swords is you just unable to sleep at night, walking on eggshells, going around and around in your mind about something. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, on the Nine of Swords, at the bottom of the bed, like carved on the bed that she's sleeping on, is the scene from the suicide scene from Romeo and Juliet. So it's supposed to represent how obsessive thoughts, obsessive thinking, and maybe not even having all of the facts can cause you to make decisions. Like you're you know, ruminating in your mind obsessively about things that you don't necessarily have all of the details about, can lead to death, basically. Or just uncomfortableness. Like the Nine of Swords is not a comfortable feeling, and for that to be in your environment, that's a little, it worries me. So we'll clarify that. There you are. Your hopes and your fears is the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like you're hoping that the amount of energy that you put into this, you will get something back in return that's fruitful. I will say with your outcome of your future position of the Three of Swords, again, that's more pain, right? We have two sword cards here around pain and heartbreak, and the Three of Swords, Nine of Swords, both of those energies together are that's a really hard thing to go through in a relationship. Now, I do love that you have the Ace of Swords here. It did originally come out in the reverse, but it is pinging off of this Prince of Swords, or I'm sorry, this Prince of Cups, which to me, the Prince of Cups or the Knight of Cups is either an apology or a love offer moving towards you. It's water based, right? So it's emotional. It's bringing emotional fulfillment. And this is also pinging off of the Ace of Cups. So I feel good about this Ace of Cups, Prince of Cups, Ace of Swords energy. But let's go ahead and do some clarifying and see see what we can get here. See any more messages Spirit wants to give us, please, Divine Holy Spirit, for Taurus at this time. Divine Holy Spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus at this time? Ooh, little stubborn energy there, which is not surprising, y'all being bulls, right? And do you want to get something on this Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords? Or yeah, the Six of Swords crossing and the Nine of Cups? I think we're going to try and clarify most of these, to be honest with you. So let's see. Spirit, what do you have for me on this Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords crossing? Ooh, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Spirit, anything else on this Ace of Wands? Spirit, that's too many. I'm going to get one more on this Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords crossing. Okay, Clarifying the Ace of Cups with the Six of Swords crossing, you have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands with the Four of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. A couple things that I want to note here. For me and my guides, whenever I get the Knight of Swords with the Ace of Wands, to me that is a warning of someone being physically violent. I'm hearing someone who throws things. Like uses scare tactics in order to get you to comply, is what I'm hearing. You've been holding this back. I think that's why off of the Nine of Cups I was getting like on the outside from an egoic perspective, everything looked good, but it's like, you know, and the Three of Pentacles is all about what's done behind the scenes. This is three master masons coming together to build a pillar at a church, but it's all about, you know, kind of people doing things together, and it can be like in secret, right? What's also interesting is you go from the Four of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles here, which tells me that if this has been maybe a 6-year or so relationship, could even be 6 months, but I'm hearing it's been a while at least, 4 to 6 years is what I'm hearing, that you try and hold back what this person is like at home. And what this person is really like at home is the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Now, I also think that I'm also getting this feeling here, for those where that story does not resonate, I'm getting this feeling here of someone who wants to aggressively move towards a new beginning, maybe meet someone new. Remember, I was kind of getting that, like, I want a new love, I want to get out of this situation with the Ace of Cups and the Six of Swords crossing it. But the problem, what's holding you back is the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. Until you fully heal your heart from, or fully separate yourself from what you're leaving, it's going to be really, really hard for you to call in new love. If anything, what you're going to call in is something that's relatively similar to what you just tried to leave, because Spirit is trying to get you to, you know, move on and find some, and get some closure. And when I say closure, I don't mean from that person, especially if you're dealing with someone who is, you know, likes to throw things. I mean closure for yourself, a way for you to find a way forward, basically. Okay, Spirit, can you give me something on this Nine of Cups? Clarifying the Nine of Cups, you have the Six of Cups, or the Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse, and the Lovers. Yeah, you had to make a decision. Maybe you chose this person over someone else, but it's like the confusion is gone, and you realize that this is not successful. This Nine of Cups does need to be in the reverse. It's not wish fulfillment. It's hard work. From the Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, Five of Swords tells me that this has been painful. Spirit, can you give me something on this Five of Swords that's in Taurus's subconscious, please? You've got the Two of Cups. Yeah, I felt that, like wanting to really, really work on the relationship. What else? Page of Cups reverse, King of Cups. Your partner also maybe, actually, I'm getting something here around you choosing to hold back emotions from this person. Maybe even possibly, I'm hearing lie about how you're feeling. Overall, I get a walking on eggshells feeling. I'm not going to lie. Someone who is just kind of biding their time until they figure out what their next step is. We do have the Two of Cups with the Lovers here, which could mean that this is a deep soul tie connection. Let's see. Let's get something on this Ace of Swords. Spirit, can you give me something on this Ace of Swords for, yeah. You have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Spirit, can you give me something on this? Judgment in the reverse and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, so in the past you had the Lovers, which was the decision, and it's like what Spirit wants you to know at this time, that it's possible that you made this decision out of your ego to move forward with this person, out of ego and codependency. And again, with this Judgment reverse, Ace of Cups, it's giving me a little here about trying to move quickly towards a new beginning with someone else is not a good idea. It's not good judgment for you. Their Spirit is asking you to really take a look at the ways that you are either emotionally or financially codependent within this relationship, and work on your self-love. Work on that. That needs to be the plan here, versus trying to rush out and start something new. Spirit, can you give me something on this Nine of Swords? Got the Knight of Pentacles, the Hermit, which I love to see there, especially the Nine of Swords with the Hermit is exactly where you want to be. The Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords reversed. It's like you see how this person's behavior and the nature of the relationship, this codependency that you guys have upon each other, keeps you stuck. The point, when you get to a point in a relationship where your mind just can't even focus on anything else other than what the hell is happening, that puts you in hermit mode. That makes you go internal. It takes some people a really long time to get there. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is saying, right? Like, this may take you some time, right? And eventually, I know from my own standpoint, right, whenever, like, I've been really open about my experience with my ex-narc. It took me a really long time to finally separate myself from that relationship. And even when I did, I didn't feel 100% ready. It was more just, I could not sit and rack my brain over and over again over every little thing he did to me, over, you know, he said he was here, is he really there, who's he with, what's he doing? Like, I literally, like, my body, my mind and my body just could not take that stress anymore. And that's when my mind and my body had had enough, that's when I separated, right? I'm getting that off of this Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hermit. It's like, you might just have to be really, really gentle with yourself, Taurus, and accept that you might just be in this introspective, you know, where do I go from here? What do I do from now? How do I get myself out of this prison that I've built for myself within this codependent relationship? You might just be here for a little bit, but it's like you see that now. You're starting to go internal, is what I'm hearing. Spirit, can you give me something on this Three of Swords for Taurus, please? Something on this Three of Swords. That was interesting. Yeah, we got the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. Anything? The Four of Swords reverse. More recovery. And the Three of Wands. I like that your wand energy is at the end. I'm not going to lie. Just because there's so much water and swords here, which tells me there's a lot of mental, like the Nine of Swords, there's just a lot of mental fog and anguish is the word I want to use. This Nine of Wands, Three of Wands is giving me someone who, with the Four of Swords, it's all in the reverse, it's all about being in recovery. Next to that Three of Swords, whatever happens in the future, it could be a third party situation, it could just be that you've had enough of this person and the way that they behave and them not treating you right. Like that's enough of a reason to leave, right? Like this person just doesn't treat me right and I deserve better, right? You're wounded from it because you love this person. I can tell there's a lot of love here on the table. But you eventually decide, you know, I'm going to take my wands and I'm going to look for something. I'm going to look out into the future. I'm going to wait for my ships to come in. I'm going to, you know, I know me, I know I'm lovable, and so I'm going to move on, right? You know, work on recovering my heart, healing my heart, and look towards the future is what I get from that Three of Wands. That gives me, this Three of Wands almost feels like the Fool to me. It feels airy compared to that Three of Swords that's here. That feels very, very heavy. The Three of Swords, Nine of Swords feels really, really heavy. Spirit, can you give me something on this Prince of Cups that's here? You have the Sun. Yeah, I love that. Anything else? You have the Sun, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. And the Five of Cups. Listen, Taurus, I just got chills. I was getting from that Prince of Cups, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords, self-love, a need for self-love. Something comes to light, Taurus. I don't know when. I'm not a time lord. I can't give you a time frame, but something comes to light that you finally just walk away. Something is illuminated. Either that, with this Page of Cups in reverse here, either that the person is not capable of apologizing, or maybe they do apologize but their actions don't change, right? And it's like you've gone around and around and around with this person and it's just like, I'm done. Like, I've given you enough chances. I've racked my brain, Nine of Swords. I feel entrapped, Eight of Swords, you know? And I can't do this anymore, you know? Like, I feel like I'm putting Seven of Pentacles, I'm putting all this effort and energy into getting this relationship to grow, but like, you can only do that, like, it only works if both people are willing to work on it, right, Taurus? And I get that heavy from this, the Sun, Eight of Cups, Knight of Wands reverse, Five of Cups in reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse tell me that you are out. Like, no regrets. It's not happening again. We're not circling the block. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Now this, what was at the bottom of the deck is really starting to make sense to me, because you have the Four of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Hermit in reverse, the Queen of Wands reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I love the way Spirit sometimes, like, they put cards together and it's like, one of these things don't belong here, right? And you have the Four of Wands with the Ten of Cups, which would be, you know, celebration and halfway to marriage, like living with someone or engaged with someone, having children with someone, right? Ten of Cups is emotional fulfillment, and the fairy tale, right? The happily ever after. The Hermit reverse, Queen of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse is like complete opposite of the Four of Wands and the Ten of Cups. And that's what this Hermit in reverse is pinging off of that Nine of Cups, which should be in the reverse, or wants to be in the reverse. They're telling me it's like you thought this person was wish fulfillment. Everything on the outside looked good, but once you peel back the layers, right, and actually made the decision to get into a relationship with this person, it's like you realized that, like, this person was a Queen of Wands reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is, I mean, the Queen of Wands reverse is a lot of things, but a ideal mate is not one. She's mean, she is promiscuous, she's uncommittal, she's suspicious, very, very, very jealous, very controlling. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. There may have been some financial issues as well within this relationship. I'm hearing an unbalance of finances. Maybe one person made more than the other. We did have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, which gives me codependency. So there may be some financial codependency here. But it's like you're realizing how your ego made the decision, so you weren't going inside the Hermit reverse in the past, right? And that's how you made the decision that you made. And now you're in this space of none of this is making any sense and I don't want it. That's literally what I'm getting off of this. Like, I think the biggest takeaways here for that Spirit wants you, be honest with yourself about ways in which you're a codependent. And when I say be honest with yourself, this doesn't have to be a hard, mean conversation with yourself. I'm saying be gentle, right? And recognize, like, when I see, for example, I used to have a type, right? If he was 6 foot anything and skinny, I was on it. Okay? And if he had a head of hair, it was also a problem, right? Like, I had to be honest with myself of, like, does that matter? Does him being 6 foot tall and having long hair, you know, and whatever, and drives XYZ car, does that matter when I'm really trying to build something of quality? If I'm trying to build a family, I'm trying to build my 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, does how tall he is and what he drives and how long his hair matter? Those are the kind of conversations that you need to have with yourself. You need to forgive yourself, right? If this person is either physically abusive, financially abusive, I get that very heavy off of this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Extremely jealous, extremely controlling. You need to forgive yourself for choosing this person, right? Like, they presented themselves, it's very clear to me that they presented themselves in a way to you as well. So that's not your problem. Your problem is what you do moving forward, right? The other thing, get into a routine of loving on yourself, especially if you're not ready to go right now, right? Because there's possible some financial independence, codependence here. If you're not ready to make the move right now, then you need to put a plan in place in order for you to get there. Like, what steps do I need to take in order to be financially independent, right? Or do I ask someone for help if it's physically abusive, right? Like, if it's physically abusive, you need to get out, right? But if it's more emotional and controlling behavior and financial abuse, you know, really start to think about how you can start to separate yourself from this person and give more love back to yourself. And just be gentle on yourself. I do see you getting there. I mean, like I said, there's still, in your future position, you have the Three of Swords. So something happens that makes you pull away your energy and really go into recovery mode. As you're doing that, I think Spirit just wants you to be clear that none of this is your fault. Everything is a lesson and a blessing. Both of those things. A lesson is a blessing, right? And you know better moving forward, and you just need to be gentle with yourself. Okay, Taurus? With that, I do want to pull for from the Romance Oracle for y'all, because I feel like this is very heavy romantic vibes. And when you're dealing with leaving a relationship that, you know, it's just not the best for you, you know, with Nine of Swords, Three of Swords here, cause a lot of heartache and pain. It's just good to know, good to hear what loving messages Spirit has for you. So we'll do that. let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus at this time, please? What messages do you have for Taurus at this time, please, Spirit? These cards have been interesting lately. It's almost as if they don't want to talk. Passion, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. It's not working. Let's see. There we go. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Spirit, can I get one more for Taurus, please? Spirit, can you give me one more for Taurus, please? Spirit. And getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Want to point out, passion, to me, the passion card, especially when we're talking about moving on from something, start to think about things that bring you joy, Taurus. Maybe stuff that you gave up while you were dating this person. Was it hiking? Was it playing sports? Was it, you know, swimming, painting, whatever? Really, that's what the passion card gave me when it hit the table, is like, what brings you joy? Call that back into yourself, and that's actually going to help call in self-love. When we do things that we're passionate about, that we love, that makes us feel whole and complete, that helps to build our self-confidence, right? So, and then again, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I highly recommend, do not start immediately, go back out there and start dating. There were some heavy energies there on the right side of this table. Work on your own self first before you get back out there. The getting to know each other, honestly, it hit the table and my brain immediately thought higher self, lower self, integration. We saw the Two of Cups on the table. The Hermit was also here in the upright, which tells me that there is, you are doing some deep introspective thinking and getting to know yourself on a deeper level. And really, that's the point of our interpersonal relationships. That's why I call this Cosmic Mirror Tarot, is because everyone that we encounter is a mirror. It is the universe trying to get us, through looking through the eyes of people that we love and we know, right? How do we not show up for ourselves? How do we limit our own selves? How do we keep ourselves from being the best version possible? That is the whole point of all of our interpersonal relationships, is to get us to evolve. So as painful and as heartbreaking as this may feel right now, Taurus, I definitely see here that it was an opportunity for you to get to know yourself on a deeper level. Okay, that's all that I have for you, Taurus. I will check back in with you next week, and I hope you have a wonderful day. If this video resonated, please give it a thumbs up, and I will chat with you guys later. Bye.